Hello everybody and welcome back to the episode 2 of my Let's Play series here in Brookshore. And today we're going to be looking at the start of the industrial boom which is going to come to this part of town. At the start of the video we're also going to be having a look at the detailing that I've been doing as well between sessions, and we're going to be looking into the main part of the build, which will be this industrial town which is going to be built up around the shoreline. We're going to have an industrial road that follows the shoreline. We're going to dot some worker houses in the middle of the town centre, some schools, and yeah, we're going to build up from there. But first let's dive over into the time lapse. So we've reached that milestone where we can add a little bit of detailing around our towns, just something different. I looked at a few different assets, thought let's go for the historic police station to fit this little village vibes. It's a really nice asset, that one. And put down park areas, put down a few gravel paths just to make it a little bit more walkability. It was the first time that I actually got to do a little bit of detailing, so I do enjoy it. I'm not a massive huge detailer, but I think these little things were needed. Just creates a little bit more walkability and character to the areas. So I will be slowly, as I say, start to slow down the episodes to kind of get these little bit of detail in as we build town from little build to little build. So we went over to the first industrial that originally was placed down over by the mills over by the water. Just wanted to gate off the area, just make it a little bit more security, just these subtle little details. I found an asset, the kiosk asset, and I really like this one. Definitely gonna be using it more often. It fits this like era of really nice, like that copper, and the look of it. Just the Victorian era. Matched it with a few little green lights as well. Dotted them around the services, and I created a little like a little plaza. It was nothing, just a tiny little subtle, just to fill the space up basically. I didn't have space to put down an actual plaza, so just thought I'd fill it out with a few little era themed looking assets or props, and just put them down really. Now these little carts I think they're just fantastic. There is some really nice props on here, like just to fit the theme that I'm just pretty fortunate that there is sort of these assets, these older historical looking assets. And then it was just a matter of just viewing what we'd done. Nothing subtle. Got down to laying the paths that I originally mentioned in episode 1, just like little original medieval sort of paths that have been there between the buildings forever, all obviously hypothetical of course, but yeah, just fleshing out, adds a little bit more walkability for the pedestrians and hopefully takes a few car journeys off. Just subtle, just subtle detailing. And then I looked at the park. This is the first park that I have detailed. We'll say park. It's more like a green. It won't level up. I don't think we'll go higher than level 1. I'm not going to be putting any park life assets in it. It's just for looks, really. Just adds a little bit of leisure to the area. And I did find these. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're like these circle seating areas. And again, it just ties in with that theme. Plop them in the corners. Nice little views. Just tied it all together. As I say, it's nothing. It's not going to level up. It's just all for looks basically, just to finish these areas off. And overnight, once I was looking at the time lapses of a night and placing these lights down, it just sort of lights up the seating areas. It's quite nice. And by this time we would have probably seen more roads placed around. Instead of using the main road, I put another one in, joining road, just to create a little bit more traffic flow. This was where the industry, the first sort of like agricultural industry that I'm going to place down, is going to be here as well, just off of these roads. I thought it was an ideal space to put these. It was only just zoned industry, but just put the the farmland symbol, just click that over to the district style theme, and just fleshed out a little bit more of our high street. And to the final part of the time lapse, I just done a slight, a very small farm area. Just started it off, put a little organics on the side, and just a path to connect up, just for more walkabilities and to flesh out the land. Basically, I put the fields right up against the railway tracks. I'd seen this from Overcharged Egg in one of these episodes from Palavan. Really liked the theme. We put this was one of his builds, and yeah, I just wanted to create it. I think it just adds that something else going past on the train. You see it quite a lot, you're going through the countrysides. I'd imagine it'd be like that, on the train, going through the fields, and it'd be a farmland. And it was just subtle, putting the little fences up, gating it up, and making it feel a little bit more protected. For the second part of today's episode, as I was mentioning, I want to look at the industrial town that we're going to have develop in this area. Basically, they're going to be looking at the industrial revolution at this part. It's going to be a lot of heavy coal and factories and power plant and things like that. We'll put our major roads down first. So I'm going to imagine this would come out, sort of follow. Oh, right, so money's going to be a bit of an issue. I'll tell you what we'll do. Take out our first loan. I don't think we're going to need... We might do. We might need a bit more, but that should be alright for the moment. So this is going to continue down this way, heading towards that, and then we'll branch off. So we'll have kind of like a harbour, or a port, whatever you want to put it as, in this section here. And then we'll have our first batch of factories on this part of peninsula here. Or if not peninsula, coast, sorry. So I'm going to use industrial roads for this, simply because the upkeep is only 30 cents a cell. And as I said, I did want to kind of come off of the dirt roads a little bit. So let's branch off. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll lay out the factory area first. I'm just going to be placing down kind of like the major roads. So eventually the town's going to develop in this area here. We'll bring the railroad eventually into this. So I'm factoring in where these main roads are going to go. So I think we have used quite a bit of money on that. So I think I'll go back to the dirt roads just for the time being. I'm going to look at first of all where we're going to be placing the next two things, which will be the kind of like the market square, and then obviously of course our residential. So I want to kind of keep this all pretty compact. I think we'll have a road cutting through. This is going to be like the next town that I'm going to be using an asset which I've specifically selected for the look that I want. As we get further out into sort of suburbs, this area, we will zone, as I've mentioned. This is kind of like the last sort of town I really want to specifically plot to get the look that I'm going for. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken a little time to think about how I want to plan this area. Took a little bit of time away from the game to think about how we're going to do this. So this is going to be heavy industrialised road. We're going to have a lot of traffic, and from a city skyline standpoint, it makes sense to zone off of this road here for our commercial and just keep this all as industrial. Eventually I might upgrade it as like a one-way road, and then we won't get too much congestion, and then also it makes a little break from a little buffer for the pollution for our residential. So I'm going to have the residential kind of face onto the street, and then we'll have some very straight streets behind it just to represent a heavy populated area. The asset I've chosen is these uniformed houses to get the look that I want to go for. It would have been nice to, because these are kind of more of like a modern era house. there would have been more terraced houses, a lot, you know, joining together, a lot more density packed, and you still see that, especially around London and East London and you know, other places. I'd imagine, you know, up north, and you would have these areas. But we are working in vanilla. We can't have that asset, so we just have to work with what we got. So the very uniformed houses here for the workers. As you can see, very uniform rows of, they would have been terraced houses. I'm going to delete this one out because I don't know if that's going to cause an issue. Yeah, I think weather zoning, that might be a bit problematic, that house. So I'll leave that one off. We'll replace it with one here. Couple along facing this road. We've only got 2 squares. Let me see if I can. So I want these to ideally be 3 rows. Doesn't seem to like it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm just gonna shift this road over and I'll be back. Little adjustment. Just push the road back slightly, just so we could cram these houses in and get the commercial as a depth of three tiles here. So yeah, little change, nothing huge, nothing crazily different to what we had originally. So there will be a cut there in this video, and there will be a change. So right, I'm gonna press play because I've literally nearly out of money. We've got huge demands for residential, so hopefully that should really satisfy those, and then we'll go back to our trusted industrial buildings. I will alternate them with a new style, which is a level 2 building, I believe. So we'll have to get some services over here. So I'm looking to use this building next and this building, but I believe these are both level 2. That's a level 2, yeah, that's a level 2. So we'll make do with these at the moment. I've plopped the pipes down as well. Of course, we are out of electric. Right, our budget's right up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take another loan. This is actually been a really super expensive. Pay that one off. Super expensive start so far. So let's put down another power plant over here. Where are we? That's the one. Actually, it's another chance for us to clear out this more of this industry over here, this nasty industry. Our next power plant. Right, I'm not sure if we're going to get in trouble here, so I think we might need to expand some more residential just for some more taxes. We really do need all the money we can get at the moment. So as always, just sort of following sort of like a natural path, and that will just join onto a main road down there. I think we'll plop some more residential in. So let's also have a look at our, because I really want to place some more of the smokestack ones, so I want to put down, right, so we haven't got enough for, oh okay, we can have a historical police station. Let's have them down here, and then that way we can make use of this difficult part of land. Hopefully that helps with what's our land value over here. We don't want it to be, yeah, really low. That's kind of, I'll be honest with you, that's what I want. I want it to be low. It's not an amazing, it wouldn't be like amazing area to live in. It was just, people have to live in these areas for work and this time. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about the land value, unfortunately. Let's pop down for the high school. Let's extend it out. Oh, that has not worked out how I wanted it to. All right, never mind. They can cross the road. It's not a problem. See, this is, see, I'm struggling with these paths. I'm still learning. I don't think I can get a path through. You can, yeah, okay. I bet people are watching this cringing. But look, we got there. That's fine. I'm happy with that. There's walk. Oh look, people are using it already. So I must be doing something right. Yeah, this is exactly what the kind of look I was hoping to achieve. Sort of this really heavily industrial era. Yeah, really happy with that. From this side of the town, yeah, see these factories just dominate the skyline. And whilst I was talking about that, we have actually reached Boomtown. We've unlocked quite a few things here, so I want to be having a look at, we've got post service that will come into play, a tram, yeah, I would consider putting a tram in. We've got the ore industrial specialisation, so we can expand, so getting some more money in from the ore industry. Not too worried about policies at the moment. Got some new roads to play with. Cemetery, that is a really key one. I want to put that in, focus on that if we get a chance today, or if not next episode, to finish the look that I wanted to originally go for on the town, the hillside town. So I'm going to be looking to place a little bit more residential and fill this area out where we've got these sort of shapes that are difficult to fill. We're going to cram some more homes in. Now, I do apologise if it sounds like, or if it feels like I've been all over the place in this episode, and I've got all these kind of ideas that I just want to put down and get in place, and it might feel a little bit jumpy, but I do promise it won't always be like what it's been for the last few episodes. But once these towns are planned out, we can then start doing specific builds. From what I've read, I don't think there was a lot of planning that went into these industrial towns, from what I've heard. So, you know, these grids and these roads that cut through and don't make sense and different shapes and stuff like that, I guess they would have existed. So I'm just trying to populate as much land as possible. Because this demand is super high at the moment, and we'll also plop some bit more commercial. Let's put some down the main road. Also gives us a chance to fill in this sort of dead space as well. This is what the issue I thought we might get with these these assets that I've placed in. Too few services. Where can we put this? Bit of space that's not used. It might be difficult to fill. Yeah, I guess we could have that should keep them happy. Police station, we've got the money for it. I know we've got one already. Got the old, yeah, we've got the historical police station there. We've got our high school, and I think we'll plop down our first elementary school as well. Just come off of the main road, give it like a little bit of a bordering. Gives its own little road just to create a little bit more importance to the building. And I'm going to tuck that up close to there, and then we'll also plop in a playground. Just to extend the assets. Okay. Hopefully, right. Here we go. So we've got our first dead bodies we've got to deal with. So I'm going to see to that now. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was originally hoping to go for, actually, with the church overlooking the village. A nice landmark there. Just subtle, but you know, it creates that look and that feel. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It's just ways of making, you know, bringing these ideas in. I'm going to take that out. Just clear some of these trees for the view. Even though it's, you know, just one of those boring assets you have to place, but you can really give it a sense of purpose, especially in the historical aspects. You know, it would have been here probably before these houses were built, and yeah, we can name. I guess we could name sort of this area after something like that. As I say, drop the districts in the comments. I'm still waiting for the district names, so I haven't done anything at the moment, but yeah, really happy with that. I'm also looking at where else we can place these cemetery or graveyards. Let's place one off of this main. Again, just creating importance. We'll place one off of the main road. I think we've got enough money to plop a few of these down. We can detail that up later. It's just sort of coming into this town. Got the old part here, and then you've got the new industrial part of the town. Great, like that. Okay. I think one thing we can take these power lines out as well. Yep, that's jumped. So, oh, apart from here, we're not completely connected. Let's resolve that. And over in here, I originally planned for this corner to be a church. So. Let's pop our church here as well, and then hopefully that should definitely keep us going on the graveyard side of things for a while. Whilst we're over here, I think it will make sense to finish off this park area and just sort of wrap this side of things up over here for now. So I think we'll have another park entrance on this side, and then we can gate it off. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Just a few subtle props in the park, and just a little area we can at least we can say that that's sort of perhaps has always been there, but now it's official. It exists. We've got our church on the corner, so yeah. So I'm going to come down 12 units this side. And join into here, and come down 12 units this side, so we get a nice smooth even bridge, and we will connect through the opening between these trees here. Again, this won't always be here, but I guess it makes sense to have as many connections into the city as possible. You know, it just gives, you know, pedestrians another access into this, essentially this new town, which I believe it will be needed. So that's depleted a bit of our money, so I'm going to press play again and come up. Yeah, like so. And then that maximises the land we've got there. We're pretty much covered. Loop that round. Let's plop some more industrial factories in. We'll continue with the ones that we've used so often before. This grid is slightly broken. We're trying to keep it 4 tiles by. Doesn't seem to like that. Okay, in that case we'll just go like that. Keep it simple. So let's have that facing this way. We can have some more backing on. So it'd be like little complex factories. I'm going to replace these again and just hope that this time they don't drop out. So we have got quite a few services over here now, so it should, hopefully it should be okay. And then these small gaps here we might as well fill with a little bit more. We've got the demand for it, so let's just pop some more commercial in here. They'll be able to deal with the noise. Okay. It's just all about filling in these little spaces just to make it more and more populated. Okay, we've got water over here. Yeah, we're just about covered. They might complain actually. So that pops out. Hopefully it starts educating some of our Sims in this area. I'm going to historicalize these because they're the level that we're going to go for. But yeah, it's a really nice asset actually. Really, I love the roof tiles, like that colour and the cladding on the side. Just looks so much detail in there. It's really nice. Okay, so what else is the city crying out for? So we're trying to deal with that. More people. Oh, we are running low on electric. So let's just bump the electric up a little bit more. Right, next up, let's try a clinic. Maybe that'll help. That'll help with the needs. So, I'm going to continue upgrading. I think we'll put our clinic. So we've got our first little clinic. Build. So I'm just thinking about where we're going to place these. So we'll have some houses, I think, in this area. Again, I don't want to go. I think we'll curve the road. Follow this terrain here. So we'll curve into here. use a little bit more of that land, and we will, I guess we'll just fill this area up as well. But it is it's slowly sort of coming together now, becoming a bit more of quite a popular, busy town, and that's exactly what we wanted this sort of part of the map to be. So, and also what I might do is I might come in and upgrade these roads, tidy up the dirt paths at the back, so I think it's now we've got the money where we can kind of start going over more to roads rather than these dirt roads. As I say, it's going to break a few paths, I'm going to have to change a few things, but nothing too drastic, and that will be done during the episode, between episodes. Whilst I'm over this section as well, I'm just laying out just an idea. I think I might turn this into kind of like a Victorian park. I've got a few ideas how I want to kind of decorate this area, so that will be coming up in a future episode. We might complete this area, as I say, complete these sort of areas out next, finish off this, so then we can move on to the themed builds that I want to start bringing in. And bringing in some kind of like storyline and slow down and really look at the assets, and that will be the next. That'll be on the horizon. But just final to sort of round up the episode. What I want to do over on this side is I just want to expand Myrtle Farms a little bit more. I mean, I'm completely down to change that name, so if anyone's got any ideas, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and also I need your district name still, so it's all open, it's all up for grabs. So yeah, just drop us a comment in the drop us a line in the comments, and then I will get that updated. We'll have 2 of them. Let's have some more crops as well. Again, just small little details. Let's change that over. Actually, we'll put that as a, so we've got corn on here. Let's have this one as a wheat field in there, and also we're gonna drop in a little bit of zoned industry too in this section. Yeah, it just looks like we just need the workers to level up to the next milestone. So do we have the worker barracks? No, it looks like maybe it's just down to population, I guess, and it filling out. Well, that's all right. We've got time. But we've got sheep in here. Let's go for some pigs. Pigs are pretty commonplace on farms, and let's go for some cows. I'm not sure. Not enough raw materials. I thought I put that. We thought we had. Doesn't that mean that we've got the materials, or does it mean that I've not placed one of these down? So I can put one at the end, it's not a problem. But yeah, there's our farm. It's quite a big farm actually. I just wanted to keep it small, but I think we do need the money, and we're not going to touch on too many farms. But yeah, that'll be significant, I think, for that side. So what I think we'll do is we'll wrap it up here. I'm pretty happy with what we've achieved this episode. We've done some some quite significant growth into our new town over here on the right. It's our industrial town, which is now starting to boom. This era, it's going to start the pace is going to start picking up in terms of development. So I think that I've kind of shown it there as in the start of this episode, is that the size of this town compared to what we have got. I imagine that will double in size once we get access to a few more assets. We can have the train station, and we can build on this side of the tracks. Probably going to eventually get rid of our industrial over here. We'll do a power plant build at some stage. This will probably we'll leave this as green land. We'll maybe put some paths or nature reserve, something like that over here. A bit of an interest, but I don't imagine it's going to build up too much in here. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the build, what we've achieved today. So yeah, if you can leave your comments down below, a subscribe and a like would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.